Good evening, folks. Welcome to round 15, Chang on the Xbox. How y'all doing? Hope a few of you caught last night on the PS4. It was a pretty good night. And we're hoping to see a good night this evening. Today we'll be trying a little something new. I'm going to have Nick is going to be remote at his place, so the audio quality is going to be a little different. We're going to have to work out some new stuff that we're figuring out.
We'll call it a work in progress.
Yes, it'll be a rough work in progress. So right now, we have got everybody lining up for Moto 3 qualifying. We're actually kind of starting sort of on time tonight. Imagine that.
It's because you didn't have to wait for me to show up.
That must be it. Oh, like we wait for you normally. So anyway... Yep, here we are, folks. Just getting qualifying started. Excited to see how tonight goes. We once again have our wild card. Hades has decided to show up again.
Race direction, you're both there. You're good.
And, let's see. Who else this evening? Oh. Not seeing the correct list. Well, crap.
Yeah, race direction. Both of you are 10 out of 10.
For some reason, though, I am not seeing... Ah, there he goes. Tony's stream is kind of hanging up on me here. That's the reason I wasn't seeing it correctly. Go figure.
Yeah, it's hanging up for me as well.
Yep. We've got Nick J out there this evening. Forgotten who LAX was. That was Marquise, I believe.
I believe so.
It's Golden Smacks, Jeremy Cagle. As always, Albert is out there. Justin Richard, Matt Voss, and Derek Key. So we'll see how this evening goes. Looking like one of our director cameras is going to be kind of useless to me. It is nothing but a garbled mess. So I guess we won't be using that tonight.
Yeah.
No, you're kidding yourself. Don't worry, though. Hope springs eternal. So, just under 8 minutes remaining in qualifying. We don't have anybody putting down a lap quite yet. Let's see how that goes this evening. I am excited for this one, though. We've had a lot of the guys talking about practicing hard. I was seeing some of the laps earlier in the week that were looking really good on our Xbox guys. So I have hopes for a good race tonight.
Well, you know what they say about hoping.
Yeah, I know. But I'm going to go ahead and hang on to it there. So at this point, we have had Voss put down a 146 even. Cagle, 2.6 seconds behind him. Richard, 3.5 seconds back. Key, 4.3 seconds back. McKee's back at 5.8 seconds. Hades starting up strong at 1.2 seconds. As we are now just under 7 minutes, we'll definitely see these times come down, I think. A lot of folks already putting personal bests, on top of their times they've set already. There's Bear coming in half a second behind Voss.
Not bad.
Looking very good tonight. I remember hearing Cagle in particular being excited, I think, about tonight. I think he was really stoked for it. So we'll see if he can have himself a good night. I saw both him and Bear talking. So we'll see how this one goes. Definitely one of the newer circuits, as we were saying the other night, for the PS4 folks. For those that didn't hear it, this is actually a very new circuit, completed in 2014. It wasn't added in the GP until 2018.
Yeah, it's it's fairly new. The interesting thing we were talking about yesterday as well was being that the contract was set to expire in 2020, and with the just 2020 we've had,
yeah.
It's gonna make it interesting for
absolute
what
disaster.
No, I wouldn't say absolute. Just total and abysmal failure.
Yes. Unmitigated disaster that is 2020 worldwide. Meanwhile, our field actually, man, the times are definitely falling really fast on the board. Voss maintaining a lead with that 146 even. Bear still half a second behind him. Hades 1.2 seconds back off of him. And he now at 2.5 seconds. He has moved up the ranks quick. I think he started about 6 seconds off. So he's looking a lot better. Kegel's still 2.5 seconds off. Smacks right at the same time as Kegel. Nick J just behind them, only a couple hundredths of a second. Richard sitting at 3.5 seconds. And Marquise bringing up the rear, but still only 6 seconds, or a little under 6 seconds off. So yeah, those times are definitely coming down this evening. It's looked like these guys have definitely put in some practice.
I mean, I expect these guys to be strong today. I mean, they all have been in the past, and I guess we will. Time will tell here. I am, once again fighting with something wonderful. There we go.
Having slight audio cutouts there. We'll get it working.
That's assuming far too much.
Yeah, I know this ramshackle operation around here. And currently there, you can see the qualifying leader for the moment, Voss, putting down solid times, but still not able to move it down from what he said initially. Ooh, and there goes Hades, putting himself ahead of Bear, now 1 second behind. Oh wait, no, Voss has moved it down from 146 to a 145 even. Not shabby at all. Bear and Hades within 0.1 seconds of each other. Looking like it's going to be a competitive evening there. And Kegel has moved down to be 1.6 seconds off of the lead as well. So there you go. 4 guys within a second and a half of each other. Woo. Going to be a fast night. Going to be a really fast night. Right this second, a couple of guys jumping into the pits. I can see Voss there. Oh, Voss, I guess he's had an off with his having to go into the pits. It tends to happen, though, when they just leave the bike suddenly.
Well, you can leave the bike, you can stay on it. This is America, you have that choice.
It's optional. Though seeing the footage of, what was it? Was it Rins jumping off of his bike over the weekend? Holy crap, dude!
No, that was
Rins, or who was it?
No, that was Maverick.
Oh yeah, it was Vinales. I forgot about that. Man, yeah, that was scary to see, dude. Not a situation I would want to find myself in. Hey, no brakes. The easiest way to stop is using my suit. That is
Could you
not
imagine
preferred
having
manner.
to make that decision?
Oh God, that's horrifying. And especially at that kind of speed, it's like, here's triple digits, hopping. Whew.
Well, so the thing that I will throw out. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just about to mention our times, but go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, these guys tend to slide on their face quite a bit. So they know what's going to hurt, what's not. So I think he fully knew exactly what that was going to feel like.
Oh.
But it was a choice he had to make.
Oh. So right now, just over a minute remaining in qualifying. Currently, Looking like Voss still holding on to first with that minute 45 even. Bear has now pushed it down to an eighth of a second behind. He's only a quarter of a second behind. So, yeah, that competition for the top spot in qualifying is tighter than I think I've ever seen it. That is ridiculous.
Tizite?
Pardon?
Little Tizite?
Yeah, little bit. Thanks, Snoop Dogg. Cagle still putting himself 1.5 seconds back off of the lead. Smacks at 2.5. Key 3.3 seconds back. Richard sitting 3.3 seconds as well. Nick J putting himself at 3.6. He's sitting at 5.1 as we are just about done with qualifying and waiting for everybody to finish up their last laps here. Ooh, and you can see Bear there having a bit of a wobbly time as he works on setting his last time here. I don't think he's going to manage to move that time down any further, though. Looking like he had one personal best for a section, then no change and another no change. Yeah, I don't think he's going to manage to move that down there, so I think our standings aren't going to change much. Maybe Key will move down a place or two. Other than that, I think we've just about got things set. We are waiting. Yep, there is Bear wrapping up. That'll put him into autopilot.
Okay, I think I finally have my my setup here. This could work.
You're what? You kind of cut out on us there.
Ah, darn internet. I'm saying I think I finally got my setup here. This should work. I shouldn't have to change much for the stream, or it will implode. There will be no in between.
It seems like we're going to have a little of both. And make sure I'm not completely killing my machine here.
Yeah, I'm not sure where mine's at, but when I take my earbud out, the fan is quite loud.
Yeah, I'm getting a little bit of hitching over here, but we'll get it sorted.
Is it from your end or mine, you figure?
That part I can't figure out. You're expecting us to know things like that around here? So there you go. That'll wrap up qualifying for Moto 3 at Chang. You're going to have Voss, Bear, and Hades on the front row. Then Cagle, Smacks, and Key on your second row. The back row is going to be Richard, Jay, and Marquise. And the times are not bad. Barely 5 seconds between everybody.
Yeah, I mean, if we drop ninth place off there, it's 3.5 seconds. So, an outlier or two is, of course, expected. But, man, these guys are moving.
Definitely. All right. And now we will be counting down and waiting for the start of this round. This will be our first race of the evening. It's going to be Moto 3 at Chang on the Xbox. Hope folks are enjoying it. As always, feel free to send us or the racers abuse, praise, offers of whatever illicit things you might like to send us.
Oh. I'll be waiting for all my death threats.
As we are, of course, waiting a minute for final setup from all of our racers here. And it is looking like just about everybody is readied up. Just a couple more guys to get set up, and then we will be ready to go.
Sounds like race direction is actually what's slowing us down tonight.
Oh, no.
Oh,
What did they do now?
what didn't they do?
Oh, no.
No, it's not that bad.
Okay. All right. Okay, fixing a couple of sources here real quick. And it looks like those aren't going to completely fix themselves. Wonderful. Broken
Well,
stuff is just going to be the order of the day. Whatever.
Did you expect that to be any different?
No. It is perfectly normal. Perfectly
I'm glad
average.
we're on the same page.
Yes. Perfectly average here. All right, as it's just taking us a moment here to get ready. Oh, let's see. What else did we? Oh my God, I don't have. I'm failing at this. I don't have my facts available. Of course.
I was just thinking the same, and I'm failing as well. So what we'll do instead is, do you know what letter this stream is sponsored by?
Oh God. F
The
as
letter
in fail?
S. No, the letter S for Scotch.
Oh, good. Alrighty, looks like we have gotten through everything, and we are actually about to start our race here. Looks like Race Direction managed to get everything under control. So here we go, folks. This will be our first race of the evening. Hope y'all are ready for it. And right off the bat, wow! What a hole shot from Bear.
Bear always gets the whole shot. We're not counting that anymore.
Absolutely destroying the field on that one.
Oh, big wobbles from Cagle.
Oof.
I love how the game has to visually show you how bad you're potentially screwing up.
Yeah, it'll tend to get your attention there. As right now we have Bear and Voss fighting over first. This is definitely not sorted fast. It's going to be that kind of night.
Oh yeah, I mean, looks like Voss slipped away ever so, I don't know if you call that quickly or slightly, but it happened.
Yep. You can see this fight here, Voss working to get around Bear. A little bit of latency, making it a little jittery to watch here.
But he makes it stick.
Definitely making it stick there. Getting ahead of him, coming into 4. Manages to stay under him. Not a bad route. Oh, Bear trying to come back, but winding up wide into 5. The rest of the field, though, still all over them. So those mistakes might cost him this evening. He's got a lot of guys out there for blood tonight. So as you can see there from Bear's view, trying to chase down Voss. Voss just having some better lines there. Bear just having a couple moments of letting things slide a little bit. He's going to have a lot of work to do to catch back up. We'll see if he can do it. You can be guaranteed these two aren't going to make it boring.
They never do.
They never, ever do. And the field's starting to spread out a little bit in between all this. They are now about half a second off of Voss consistently. And the gap back to our next competitor, currently Hades, is probably right around a second at this point.
It's so difficult to say with the way the game interprets it.
Yep. Oh man, I'm having a lot of the audio cut out on me. Must be some issues on my end, I'm guessing.
From me or from the stream?
From the stream itself. So, I'll have to get that resolved for the next time. So this fight up front, Voss is starting to actually stretch it out, starting to win this one. Looking like he's gonna get a good shot at hanging on to that first this evening. So far, Hades hasn't managed to make his threat known. But as you remember last time, I think it was Moto2 that he came in, and he was really aggressive there in GP. So you can see here, Key back in fourth currently, just behind Hades. Sorry about having to change audio around, folks. I'm trying to get it all balanced out since we made some changes to how the racers are doing their audio this week.
Yeah, well, let me help you here, and I'll take over some commentary. You work for a moment. With Boston first, we finally got some timing.
The problem is your audio is cutting out just as much as theirs. I think I am having an issue
wonderful.
with that. Yeah. That's annoying. That is frustrating. Technical issues out the wazoo tonight. Hang on, I'll see if I can clean things up a bit.
For once, my machine is the happy one.
Well, we are kind of trying some new stuff. It is sort of beating on things.
Definitely. But, you know, looking at the performance, what I got going on here, I'll take it. I'm happy.
Okay. See, this is what I get for trying untested configs during actual race days.
Well, yeah.
Meanwhile, up front, Bear has managed to close the gap slightly on Voss. Looks like he's not going to go quietly into the night there. He has decided that he wants a shot at winning this evening on this one.
The fact that you didn't finish that quote upsets me greatly.
So we're looking there as we're looking at he still trying to chase down Hades, but Hades managing to creep ahead on him. He actually having a really good night here, showing that he can definitely put down lap times and put down a solid race as well.
Yeah, they're all looking strong. I mean, we've got pretty much our standard Bear and Voss fight, and then Hades is in there, kind of mixing it up. But he's sitting in a weird spot. I expected him to be up there with Voss and Bear.
Yeah, I think he got caught up in traffic early in the race, and then he kind of finds himself in that little dead zone between second and fourth. Just rolling in third safely, but I don't think he's going to just take third. He doesn't seem like the kind of guy to settle for it. Meanwhile, we're starting to have a bit of a fight here develop between Key and Cagle. Cagle all over him coming into 12. Ooh, that's looking aggressive.
Looking back over that shoulder.
Yeah. Key checking a lot. Definitely concerned that Cagle is gaining on him and definitely harassing him.
Now, where he's got to be careful here is he needs to not let that push him to making a mistake.
Yeah, that is the problem. When you've got somebody all over you like that, there is a habit of losing your rhythm and allowing them to set it for you, and at that point you just throw yourself out of a turn and you're done.
It's as much of a mental race as it is a physical race in this case, which is one of the things I absolutely love about it. You know, and he's going to be extra worried because he knows Cagle and him are right about the same pace.
Yep. We are currently on the 5th lap. And further up front, Voss still holding a lead over Bear, not by a bunch. Bear now has it under 2 seconds. not allowing Voss to completely run away with it. But at this point, Hades has closed it to 1.1 seconds. Oh, and there we can see Kegel nearly overtaking Key, very close to it. Being very aggressive.
Looks like he keeps every quarter.
Yep, he is. Oh, excuse me, sir. I am going to slip under you. You don't need that front wheel, do you?
I'm pretty sure their rear tire and front tire just took the same place in space.
Yeah, for a moment there. Oh, but Kegel pushes a little too hard on his brakes, cuts it tight, coming into 12. He once again retaking that fourth place position. Boy, I'll tell you what, that is a hell of a fight for not even a podium position at the moment. These two are going at it for it.
Spot's a spot, points are points. Gotta make it happen, right?
It is true. Meanwhile, you can see Bear up here not really managing to close on Voss. Voss has now stretched out another half a second on him. And meanwhile, Hades has closed it to under half a second behind Bear. It's looking like
on it.
Yep, he is going to be challenged for this second place.
Everybody's T's and P's. Well, I guess they're not really P's, right? We're just looking at temps and wares, T's and W's. They're all looking solid. I mean, nobody's screaming out to me of, Wolf, you're about to make a mistake.
Alright, we are looking at Hades here from the tail of Bear. Definitely being aggressive as he can be. Oh my! Bear having a look around, realizing that he just has Hades all over him. Clearly not going to let go of this.
Why would he?
Yep, there is no reason to. Ooh. My God, he just cannot, he can't lose him in the straights, can't lose him in the turns. It's looking like they're probably using very similar setups, and it's just down to who's actually got the better skills. This is definitely, oh, but Bear has managed to get a little room now after a slight mistake by Hades.
Yeah, I'm not sure how comfortable I'd call that as a gap.
Yeah, that isn't a comfortable gap by any stretch. He's going to want to do a lot more. Ooh.
I thought that was a crash for sure.
Wow, yeah, there's a touch on the tail. Taking a look at it from Bear's perspective, look at this. Hades basically just resting on his rear wheel.
That internet judder's got to make it really hard for Bear to choose.
Oh, I know. You can guess at what the opponent's going to do, but man, it's rough. You can see Hades
now
slightly
Bear's
stepping
getting a
past
hot
him.
rear.
Yep,
Warm. I won't call it hot yet, but I'll call it warm.
it is close. And the problem is, at this point, he doesn't get to dictate the pace. It's going to be Hades behind him dictating how fast he's got to go. Bear trying to drive defensively, trying to protect his position. And it is the final lap. Bear has managed to stretch it out a tiny bit. Coming into 3. You can still see Voss, but he just can't catch him. And he's got Hades constantly on him. It's just been aggressive drafting the entire race.
William Luttrow. It's true racing.
That it is. Getting comments from the audience. That's true racing. You are not
William
lying.
Luttrow. Very, very good.
Oh, Hades comes close, winds up swinging wide, going into 5. We'll see what he can make happen going into 6.
William
Almost
Luttrow.
up under, can't
I'm
quite.
from
Oh, there it
Brazil.
is! Pushes Bear to the outside of 7, manages to finally make the pass happen, but Bear trying to
William
get
Luttrow.
aggressively in again.
My dream.
No, can't make it happen. Hades has
Not
got it
able
to
to make it stick.
Oh man, he is all over him and gone. Wow! Now that was a good pass. And he is just taking off with it at this point. Seems like he was sandbagging a little bit there almost. Well, Hades swinging wide on the final turn. Bear a bit wide too. But that is going to be it.
Seal the deal.
What a fight
from
coming into the
from
finish.
Hades' perspective,
Yeah.
it's tough. It's tougher to get around somebody than it is to run away and get that pace.
Yeah, it is, but wow. Man, oh man, that was aggressive. Oh, and I sent that audio to the wrong place, which is why y'all are picking up things you shouldn't. Apologies there, folks.
Excellent.
What, I'm having to manage a lot of
competency
stuff
level
here.
we're accustomed to.
Yeah, this is exactly what you've come to expect from us. So there you go, results of your first race of the evening. Voss, Hades with a last-second pass on Bear. And so that'll put Bear in 3rd. Cagle takes 4th, ultimately managing to get past Key and hold on to it. Smacks, Richard, and Jay will round out the pack for our first race of the night. Thanks for watching, folks. That was some good stuff. We'll take just a brief moment, and then we'll be back with Moto 2. So thank everyone for watching this evening here at Chang on the Xbox. Alrighty, folks, we have got everybody ready. We are just about to jump over to qualifying for Moto 2. Hope everybody's excited. That last race was some good stuff. I know we're having a few technical issues this evening. Sorry if it's a little jarring. We are working on trying to solve those issues. It'll probably have to be next time before we get them all completely figured out because of the level of stuff and finagling I'm going to have to do. Thanks, Jay.
Absolutely. Yeah, Nick J, thank you for commenting on the mics. Definitely your input on that is huge to us. I know mine's probably a little echoey and boomy. Gonna add some deadening material in this room. But hey, we're finally remote and where we've been talking about being since the beginning. So it's a good start.
Yep. Since my other co-commentator did not show up this evening, I went ahead and stole the new mic for myself.
Is what you're telling me that Brandon is a hoe?
Brandon is a hoe. Sorry, Brandy. I guess I'll just have to keep some White Claw here to make sure he'll show up. Alrighty. We have started qualifying for Moto 2. Let's see how this goes. I hear a German Shepherd scratching around in the background. Everybody say hi to Krieger. Hi, Krieger.
He says hello. He's also enjoying the remnants of steak juices on a plate right now.
Oh, so, there you go.
Yes.
When being a good boy pays off.
Always pays off for him. Yeah, race direction, I've got the same. Well, we figured out what the weird noise was. Excellent.
What was the weird noise?
One of our race direction members was typing on his phone, and I guess he's got it set up to vibrate on keystrokes.
Oh! I remember we had that happen once before.
Always funny. You never realize what that microphone's going to quite pick up until it does.
Yep. Oh, good. Now that he decreased his resolution, it's now just completely unreadable. I can't even read times now. We are having no luck technically this evening. Wonderful. This is exactly what I always dreamed of.
Yeah, in the conversation with him, apparently he, before the stream, upped his bitrate and upped the resolution and put it back to where he thought it was. So okay. I think what I might ask him to do is keep the bitrate low and bring it back to 720 to see if we can find a happy medium there.
Yeah, we're going to have to finagle with that some. Oh, well.
I can kind of see it. Looks like we've got a 137 from Voss. Richard 1.1 behind, and then Golden Smacks 1.5 behind that. Samco just throwing down 3.2 behind Voss. So pretty good tight time so far, especially for just coming out of the gate.
Yep, they are definitely right out, and there goes Bear immediately putting himself half a second behind Voss. Looking like it's going to be another round of that.
Bear, I'm going to need you to put that thing back in your pants. Stop showing it off to everybody.
Just flop it on the tank. Donk. Yep. Just need a piece of metal to hit against for this.
Don't tempt me.
Don't tempt you. As we are just under 7 minutes remaining in qualifying. Oh, Kegel having a bit of an off there before he can set himself a time. And Voss looking like he's on a nice hot lap to maybe set another attack best. We'll see if he can do it.
Whoa, Hades! Jumping in there.
Yeah, it looks like he has decided he would like to be at the top of the stack. And decides to do so.
Says, sit down, gentlemen.
Yep, so it's going to be on Voss to make that happen again, or maybe Bear. Hey, Golden Smacks! clearly jumping
That
in
is
there and
strong.
deciding Moto 2 is his thing today. Damn.
Hey, I'm not going to tell him no.
Yeah. Hey, if that's what you can do, then do it. That
The
is
boss is
aggressive.
looking pretty strong in this one here.
Yep, I am keeping an eye on this one. We'll see if he can answer what Hades just did.
Oh, that's 3 sectors.
Yes, looking very nice. Oh, I think one of the other folks there just popped out starting their lap. Hopefully that won't interfere too much.
I guess we'll see. I don't think this is so much as keeping up as giving a definitive answer of you're not going to get this easily.
Yep. Ooh, and boss, not quite. Not quite. Just right there. Can't quite make it happen. Unfortunately,
Must have
unable
been
to
that
catch it.
must have been that last sector, but Hades is coming out strong again as well.
Yep. Already setting himself a first section best, but Bear has done the same thing. You can see here a good first section for Bear.
Bear with
And
a
a
good
strong
start here
second. Yep.
in that first sector. Yeah, let's see if he can get this second one going.
He puts himself a strong second on there. Wow, he's looking good for this lap. Hopefully he can hold it together. Ooh, but that
He's
rear is
hanging it
getting
out there.
that rear is getting very hot. I don't think he's going to be able to keep up that pace. I suspect it's going to get him here pretty quick.
Third sector tipped off on speed, probably due to that hot rear.
Yep. Oh, and sure enough, that throws
Yeah,
him out of a
there we
turn.
go.
There it was. You knew it was coming at some point. Meanwhile, you can see Smacks here still hanging on to second. Having a hell of a good evening in Moto 2 for him. That is great to see.
That is extra strong showing for him. That's
Yeah.
good going, sir.
Yeah, nothing to complain about there. Be interesting to see if he can keep it up.
Figuratively and literally.
Still 0.437 seconds off the lead, and yeah, doesn't manage to move that down at all, but still that's good enough to put him on the front row. Hades out there with his 136.687. See, like I was thinking, it was last time when he came in Moto 2. He definitely showed what was up. So it seems like Moto 3 is going to be his weakest, but Moto 2, there and up is where he starts to become a real threat.
You know, it's funny. It's much the same when I play the game, and now, don't get this wrong. I am absolutely the worst person at this game.
Yeah.
Sitting here. Viewers, if you've never played before, you're still better than me. Acknowledge this. But Moto 3 is tough. I find myself, I'm losing concentration due to the, just the pace of things. But MotoGP is ludicrous. You just can't keep up in MotoGP. Moto 2 is kind of a sweet spot. Now, seeing here coming in on these streams, looks like we've dropped connection and our stream just hasn't quite caught up yet.
Yep, we are waiting on our director and key to come back here. We'll see what's going on there. Oh no, it appears that the race director got dropped completely, and
Yes.
that's going to mess the race up for us. Wonderful. We'll see what race direction wants to do there. That was some bad luck. Okay, that'll be our first real technical issue of the evening.
Yeah,
Just
this other
a moment,
stuff was
folks.
kind of piddly.
Yeah,
We're
give
gonna win
us-
the hurricane.
Yeah, let's give us just a moment, folks, and we will see what we can do here real quick. Sorry about that. Didn't mean to disrupt it just as it was getting good. I'll try to clean up some of the other stuff while I have time.
Yeah, looks like we've got an issue entirely where our race director's machine is not being allowed back on the network. Um,
Wonderful.
did Oba switch Wi-Fi providers with Tony?
Yeah, apparently they traded with each other.
I bet there was a cost savings associated with that.
Yep, we might need to trade who's managing the race here. We'll see about that.
We have options, luckily.
Yeah, we do. We do. Meanwhile, I'm still looking around to make sure I can everything I can find to try and speed up how things are running.
Well, this won't be our worst stream.
No, there are worse. There are absolutely worse. Okay, so while we wait on that, let's go ahead. Oh, crud.
Well, I've got something to talk about. Something that
right.
we've been neglecting to bring up that I think is kind of important.
What's that?
Mass Motorsports sponsoring this premiere season for us.
Now that cut out on us. What was it now? I'm sorry.
The big reveal cut out. Mass Motorsports sponsoring our first season.
Yes. Yes, they've had some nice things for us.
They definitely have. We've got some gifts for our top three competitors here. So the way we're doing it this first season, because realistically, we didn't ask any of our guys to go ahead and put up prizes for this first one. We were kind of discussing about the next one, but Mass went ahead and did it anyway. So we're combining points from PS4 and Xbox. Now, these guys aren't going to be, if they were racing in both series, they're only counting their accrued points from their primary series, so they can't cheat by running both or anything like that. But first place is currently set up for a custom pair of cowhide gloves. Second place, I believe, is a gift card, and third place was looking like some apparel, a hat, a shirt, something of that nature.
Very nice.
Don't necessarily quote me on that last one, but
Yeah.
definitely first place was a set of custom gloves. So real exciting for the first season.
Absolutely. My God. We get real prizes around here. I don't know what's up with that.
Yeah. Where does Race Direction get their prize?
I know. We're jealous, but I'm not going to be angry about it.
Is it jealousy or is it... Yeah, I don't know where I'm going with that, to be honest. We just get to do tech support is really what we're down to here.
That's what it is. We just tell people to did you try turning it off and turn it back on? Maybe you should delete System 32.
Yes, let's get right on there.
Maybe that's how I can fix my performance problem. No, it won't. But maybe that's how I can fix my performance problem. Just delete System 32. Problem solved. So we are currently waiting on our race to be completely rebuilt here. It looks like they've got it. I'm not sure exactly what our arrangement is. It looks like, okay, we're going to do a short qualifying instead of a full qualifying. It's going to be 5 minutes instead of 10 since we got cut off in the middle of it and lost everybody.
5, 10, you know what's the difference?
Yeah. It's all the same to me. I get to watch little two-wheeled things go around the track.
I saved myself 40 minutes worth of driving today. I'm happy regardless.
All right. Actually, maybe there are some other pieces I could turn off here. Maybe that'll help. All right, I believe we have our race director back.
Beautiful. Looks like we're lighting this candle.
Yep, just waiting on him to do it now. Yeah, it looks like we've switched race directors in order to make sure we don't have a drop again. All right.
Yeah, and
that'll work.
My understanding here, Chris, is that we're having Tony run all of the timing displays. So definitely
okay
for them.
All right, that'll work. That'll at least give us something we can see there.
Do you have a stream up for Key or Justin Richard?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I do.
For both of them.
Let's see. Richard's is down. I am not seeing his
Richard's
receiver.
is down.
Yep, but Key's is up. You might have to refresh it to see it correctly. Alrighty, folks. About to start our short qualifying.
Ah, that works. There we go. Yeah, the interesting thing here is these guys have to reset their setups, unless, of course, they're smart and save their setups. But they get all fresh tires again. So, kind of might change their strategy.
It's almost a disappointment because, as was discovered early in the season, Hines made this clear to us, that broken-in tires will change heat more quickly and get into a groove more easily. So you almost don't want a fresh set of tires when you're really trying to set times. And with the shorter qualifying,
on bowling in turn one anyway, it doesn't much matter.
Yeah. But with the shorter qualifying, the other problem you get into there is that they won't have as much time to set a time, then grab another set of tires, get them broken in, and not wear them down too much for the race. So that does add that challenge there.
Sure does. The nice thing about it is our fields aren't huge at the moment, so they will be able to, filter in and out.
Ooh. You can see a little wobbling from everybody getting started here.
Oh, I love this game. Look at the broken timing on that screen.
Don't worry, we'll be moving to 2020 soon enough. And then we'll complain about an entirely... Do what?
Well, I guess we don't have many 19 races left.
No, we don't. We only have 4 remaining in the season after this, on both the PS4 and the Xbox.
This has gone by frighteningly quick.
Yeah, it has happened pretty fast. Did a contact there and an off. Come on, boys, it's qualifying.
Play nice, gentlemen. Play nice.
Yep. Careful there. As you can see, Bear out front looking like he's going to set a time here pretty fast.
Well, that's kind of what Bear does, right?
Yep.
He's got the old Thundercats logo on his leathers. It's just a good time all over.
Meanwhile, Nick J looking like he's probably actually going to be the first one to put a time down.
Good job.
Yep, he had a good solid start there. Oh.
I reset my password, so I started the recording.
And we are currently waiting on... Oh, I guess his stream's a bit behind what we're showing on the display. Okay, we'll get back over.
Our stream is a little delayed today.
Yep.
Power of the internet.
Yep. So Voss puts himself at 136.9. Bear puts himself 0.9 off of that. Kegel, 2.25 off the lead. Smacks, man, once again puts himself a quarter of a second off of first. Dear God, that man has it in for everybody in Moto2 tonight. He's serious. He's gotten serious.
Race direction, it's the normal deal we have to work with. Nothing special.
Let's see here. Richard sitting 2.5 off. Kegel 2.25. Key just under 3 seconds off the front. So everybody having some good qualifying times.
I thought Jay rolled across the.
It looked like he was. It looked like he was going to. I think he might have reset his lap or something.
Invalidated or something like that.
Yeah, something along those lines. Meanwhile, Hades just about to finish up a lap himself.
I'm getting word here that Justin Richard's stream might be back up, so I'm going to go ahead and try that on my end.
Alrighty. meanwhile, yep,
Yes, it is.
Hades has put himself 0.812 seconds off of Voss, as Voss puts himself at a 136.4, which moves Smacks back to 3/4 of a second off. Still not slow, though. Bear, meanwhile, sitting
That's
1 1/4, putting him in 4th. Good God, the entire field within 3.5 seconds of each other. I suspect Moto2 might be the tiniest bit competitive tonight.
The tiniest bit, he says.
Just a little bit.
As Kegel does his normal wheelies down the straights there.
So, qualifying at this point is over. We'll be watching everybody finish the last of their laps. This is kind of the last chance there. Hades moves himself into first with a 136 1/4. At the last second there, putting him just under 0.2 of a second ahead of Voss. Smacks just about to turn in his last lap here. Let's see what he winds up with. Key putting himself 2.3 seconds down. That is just about going to do it for qualifying. Looks like we're a little out of sync between...
Yeah, we sure are. We've got a pretty solid delay going on, but we can make it work. Wonder why that is today.
It's a little odd. It's just an odd evening.
I'm not convinced there's much rhyme or reason.
Alrighty. And there you go, folks. That'll be your qualifying for Moto 2. You're going to have Hades, Voss, and Smacks on your front row. Bear, Richard, and Key on your second. And then Jay and Kegel rounding out the pack. But as you can see there, God, it's within 3 seconds.
That's what I was about to say. That's insane.
Yep.
They're within 3 seconds of each other.
Yep. I think everybody's kind of been practicing at Moto 2 just a little bit.
Just a little bit
the
of practice.
tiniest bit. Yep, just a tiny bit. And we'll be looking at a minute here as we wait for everybody to finish their final settings.
Now, you know what the good news is here, Chris? Even though we have a really kind of horrendous delay from the racers to our stream, I feel like I'm pretty much live on looking at the stream with you. So that is a plus. I'll enjoy it while it lasts.
At some point, we'll manage to screw that up.
Well, I don't doubt that.
All right. We've just about got everybody ready here. Just waiting on... Yep, that looks like everyone is ready, and we will be getting started right about now. So this will be your second race of the evening. This will be Moto 2 at Chang on the Xbox. Here we go, folks. After how competitive the last race was, this one looks to be even rougher. I'm looking forward to it. And here we go. They are off.
Okay, I've got a little bit of a delay. It's okay, though.
Yep. So right out of the gate, I believe that's...
Yeah, it's
trying to
pretty
get
good
everything
turn one.
sorted there. Yep, not having our status display is kind of annoying.
If you reference Tony's stream, well, I guess that's really
Yeah,
good
Tony's
time.
stream is way ahead, so Kegels is just about right, actually. Almost. Looks like we've got Voss has managed to move himself out into first.
How is Kegel's stream right? He's the one that's 30 seconds behind.
It's because Hines is 30 seconds behind tonight for some reason.
I guess. Whoa! All right.
Yeah, bit of a wreck there. And that's going to put Kegel up front just behind Voss. And Richard just behind Kegel. This competitive pack on Moto 2 being incredibly aggressive with each other tonight.
Good. That's what I like to see.
So we can see here Bear kind of in the middle of the pack. A little further on, sitting in fifth, you can see Richard in fourth. This actually, I guess, jumped ahead on time. And we are way out of sync on streams this evening. Good God.
It's about 30 to 45 seconds.
Yeah,
out of
it's
sync,
a
so-
little wonky.
A little?
Yeah, it's a little crazy. So here you can see Bear's view. Hades sitting in third, Richard back and forth, Bear in fifth, Voss up front. And Kegel managing to hold on to second, doing a great job so far. You can tell where he put his practice. Ooh, this entire pack though. You notice Bear is not alone there with fifth. Sitting right
Bear's
back behind
never
him.
alone.
No. Sitting right back behind him is Key. Followed by Snacks and Jay. Man. Oh man, Jay having it off unfortunately. Richard very wide. Bear trying to slip up under him, unable to make it happen. Ooh, and that is a very wide line up ahead. I think, yep, that was Kegel. That's going to give Hades second, and he will be on to try to catch Voss. Man. And you notice we are, good God, we are almost 3 laps in. Oh, no! Richard having it off. After
Oh, that was a rough one.
After such a great couple of laps there. That really sucks to see. And that leaves Bear looking at Kegel and Hades in front of him with Voss way out front. But not really stretching out that much of a lead. It's looking like in your top 3, you're not getting more than about 4 seconds between them. This is definitely some good competition here in Moto 2 tonight.
I like good competition.
Yeah. I think that's why we do this. Maybe. I'm not quite
We
certain.
do this to display our mediocrity.
Yes. Thorough mediocrity is what we value around here.
Searle, where mediocrity shines.
There it is. There it absolutely is. As it's looking like Kegel and Bear are just going to be fighting each other if Bear can catch up to Kegel. And Hades and Voss up front there, you can see them staying way out front. Towards the back, unfortunately, after such awesome qualifying, Smacks has found himself back in 7th. That's really disappointing to see. I thought he was going to be higher in this group. Key sitting about
it
3
happens.
seconds back off of Bear. Yep, it does. Most certainly does. Richard about 4.3 seconds off as well. Oh, Bear taking a look back there. Looking to see what's coming up on him.
You know, if you look at the live timing, though, I mean, realistically, well, it's not where we're at in the stream, but the pack's not even that spread out.
Oh, and Bear has an off. Key slips right up under it. And starts trying to take off with it. Yep. I have no idea what happened there.
I'm not going to pretend to know either.
He immediately took advantage of it. He was close enough and made it happen, and now he is trying to chase down Cagle. But that definitely gives Cagle a nice advantage there in third. That gives him plenty of space to work with.
Cagle's running fast, too. Cagle's got to be careful due to the temperature of his front tire. He's starting to push on that a little bit.
Yeah, he is hard on the braking.
But, you know, Key is in the same position, but he has significantly more tire wear going on here. He's got to be careful of that.
That he does.
Whereas, if you look at Bear's tire wear and temperatures, Bear hadn't hardly scratched his tires. I'm not even sure he's taking the stickers off those things yet.
Well, his rear is definitely staying warm, so it didn't look like he was having any trouble there. I guess he's just not been, he's been managing it well, but I don't know, that turn, it threw him out. I'm not sure what happened there. So you see Cagle here able to just run laps and running about 4 seconds behind Hades. But managing to stay
if you're 4 seconds behind somebody like Hades, you're not doing that.
Yeah, yep, no, when the guy that fast out ahead of you, I mean, you're 5 laps in and you're only 4 seconds behind. It is not bad at all.
Voss is kind of hauling the mail today, though.
Very wide into 5 for Cagle. That might give the rest of the field a moment to catch up. Richard having an off. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, Richard's got a very, very warm rear tire. That's definitely what's going on with him.
Yep.
Oh, Key!
Did we have a wreck out of Key, unfortunately?
Yes, I think you switched streams to a delayed one. Thank you,
okay.
Internet. But yeah, Key took a dive, as Richard takes another dive as well, by the looks of things. I don't know if this stream was ahead, behind, what the deal is. I wonder if there's a way to timestamp these things.
The solution is I need to just get consoles here and use them to do race direction. Really, that's the only option. I need to stop. It
only costs money, right?
Yeah, it only costs money. I need to stop being cheap. All I'm doing is buying, microphones and stuff. Nothing expensive.
Same. What was your microphone budget for this week?
Oh, God, too much.
Mine hit about $300 all said and done.
Yeah, if only. That is the
you don't want to talk about it?
Bear having it off again. Oh, man. That is unfortunate.
Man, that throws Bear way down there.
Yeah, that's going to put Bear back in 6th for now. That might count him off of the podium, seeing as we only have 2 laps to go at this point. It's going to be really hard for him to make anything happen from way back there.
I think the real story today is going to be Voss versus Hades. Hades looking like he's a second and a half back. Yep. Will he be able to make that?
Knowing him from what we've seen of him, he tends to conserve tires for the beginning of the race, and then you always see him at the end. He'll pull some very sudden BS and just crush everybody in front of him. Just very sudden.
Wall hats on.
Yep. So it is entirely possible he's just conserving it, and
he's picked up a quarter second already.
Yep.
On
the penultimate lap. Yes.
Yes.
So, looking like, unless there are some major mistakes at the back, Cagle has done a good job of hanging on to third. He's 8 seconds behind Hades, so the likelihood that he's going to catch up any further, not very high. And he's about 3 seconds ahead of Smacks, though, so he cannot afford mistakes on this lap if he wants to go ahead and take the podium.
Yes, Max has been showing strong today.
Yep.
He's been practicing.
Yep, he fell back to 7th, which was disappointing after how good he was in qualifying, but he's made his way back up to 4th. That is good progress through the pack, and now he's sitting 2 seconds off of Cagle. That is not bad at all. He might manage to catch Cagle and get up on the podium. He's got a lap to do it.
We will see.
Yeah, hopefully he can make it happen.
But it is
for him
do or
to
die
snag a podium.
here in
Yep.
this final lap.
Yep.
Looks like Hades has fallen off the pace a little bit.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised to see that.
Or Voss turned the wick up.
Yeah, it could be one or the other. Ooh, here you got Cagle with Smacks all over him.
Yeah, this could be the actual
Yeah,
highlight of this race here.
He is not out of the woods by any standard at this point. Ooh, Cagle very wide there. And Smacks all over him. Meanwhile, up at the front of the pack, Voss coming into the finish line, and there you go. That'll give Voss the win. Big old wheelies from Hades back there. A great effort. Couldn't quite. Oh no! Smacks and Cagle. It looked like there was contact at the end.
Go,
man.
go!
Oh man! Wow! I am not sure what happened there at the end. That was rough. It put both of them down in 12. We'll see what that final result was there. You've got Voss. Yep, you got Voss, Hades, and Smacks at the last second there. Managed to take third from Cagle. Wow, I don't know what to say about it though. I don't know who that last little scuffle between them. I don't know whose fault that one was. That was
I didn't
pretty
have
rough.
a clear enough view of it.
Yep. So it'll be back to Cagle. Then Key took 5th. Bear wound up back in 6th after some unfortunate accidents. Jay and Richard rounding at the pack. Richard having such a great time early on, and then just on the third, or just starting the third lap, just lost it and could not get it back. That is unfortunate. I thought he was
really
going to
is.
be. Yep,
You know,
I thought he
it
was going to be
happens.
4th or 3rd, and he just had an unfortunate moment there.
Are you having audio issues with me?
Not for the moment. I have been
Okay.
tweaking things as we go along, though.
I can't decide if you sound like an 80-year-old woman from Long Island who's smoked her entire life, or like some ransom call at the moment. From
it could be one or the other.
you have a bit rate of like 0.6.
Doesn't appear to be on my end. I'm not sure what's going on there. Couldn't tell you. Anyway, folks, that'll be your second race of the evening. We are just about to get started with qualifying for GP. And then we'll start the last race of the evening. That will be GP at Chang on the Xbox. Give us just a brief break and we'll be back with qualifying. Alrighty, folks, we are just getting ready for our last qualifying of the evening. This is going to be GP at Chang on the Xbox. How y'all doing? Hope y'all have been enjoying the races. Few little technical hitches here and there this evening, but other than that, it's had some solid racing.
Yeah, I mean, the Xbox guys really never disappoint as far as their really craft is what I'm going to call it at this point.
Yeah, they have shown consistent improvement throughout the season. And we are currently waiting for folks to get out on the track. I believe we have... There we go. See Bouchard out on the track there. Hades, Voss, Smacks, and I believe Kegel all out on the track so far.
Oh, Hades with an early crash.
Yep, get him out of the way early. And Key having a bit of an off. Yeah, I always encourage people, get your wrecks out of the way early. Makes it a lot easier.
Gotta get that bug out.
Yep, just get it out of your system.
Direction.
Just get it out of your system.
Wow, 10-4. Hearing from a race direction that autopilot can really screw things up for when they start their flying lap.
Yeah, I have seen that. I remember early in the season hearing, I believe it was an anecdote from Oba where he managed with the two-stroke bikes to configure it in a way that the autopilot could literally not make it to the moment where it would transfer control to him. It would just wreck every time it tried.
I believe that. I certainly believe that.
Yeah, the autopilot is not so piloty. Oh!
Yeah, that was, how's the arm?
Yep, how's the arm doing? Oh, and another good one there. Now, you folks understand why I picked the picture we have for the standby this evening. That actually was that was from a wreck that Marquez had in 2019. Now, in real life, he has actually won. Yep, in real life, he has won both times they've raced here, but obviously they're not going to do it this year, I don't believe. I don't believe it's on the list of the shortened season. So we're covering everything that they're not doing.
See, we're better than them.
Only slightly more technical issues.
For those 2 years that they have ran at this circuit, Marquez did take it home both times. So,
yep.
I mean, nobody said that he's slow. Nobody's ever called him slow. They might have called him an asshat.
Yeah, just a little bumpy. Tends to run into things, tends to fall off the bike some. So Voss putting down our first real time there, 1:30.2. Smacks right behind him, 0.8 seconds back. Bear just under 2 seconds back, and Key about 5 seconds back. Expect to see everybody get a little bit faster before all said and done.
Yeah, I mean, 5 is not bad. So,
yeah, for just right out of the gate.
Hey, Chris, a note from race direction. Looks like Heinz stream is going to be jacked up for a couple moments here.
Okay.
So don't switch over there.
Well, I'll avoid that then. Yes.
Heinz is back already.
I'm sure I'll see that shortly. Meanwhile, we can see here Bear has managed to put himself in fourth for the moment, behind Hades. We'll see if he can improve. There we go. Key moving down from about 5 seconds behind to being just 3 seconds even off of the lead. Still being held by Voss with that 1:30 1/4. Kegel and Hades, Bear and Hades, still sitting at that 1.5 seconds. Richard puts himself 3 3/4 seconds off the lead. Kegel puts himself just under 3 seconds off the lead. So there you go. Everyone not really coming more than 3 seconds off of Voss's time as 5 minutes remaining.
That is a super tight-knit MotoGP field.
Yep.
I mean, that's tighter than we had for Moto3.
Yep. I know Voss yesterday was mentioning that he actually, unlike a lot of folks, really likes this track. Likes all the drafting, a lot of straight line speed here, followed by very, very tight turns, and it's not a very long track.
No, it is definitely not a long track, but that lets them put a lot of laps in. You know,
It does.
You get to actually practice. You know, I find personally when I run tracks such as Coda, let's say, you know, in real life, it takes so long to get back to that corner that you were trying to work on.
Yep.
You know, as compared to some of the smaller ones. So
Yep, absolutely.
this helps.
Oh, Richard heading off there. Hades, meanwhile, as you can see, working on moving his time up a little bit further. Currently sitting just under half a second off of Voss in first, bumping
Now, as I'm
Smacks
hearing
to third.
as I'm hearing from race direction, that was actually Nick J's autopilot taking Richard out.
Oh, was it?
So that was at no fault of Justin.
Oh. And you can't even issue a penalty to Jay for that one. It's just like, well, what are you going to do?
Yeah, I mean, even if, let's say this was in the middle of a race, something like that happens, you can't
do
penalize
much.
either of them for
Yeah.
it.
Racing incident.
People hate that phrase so much.
It was an incident. It happened on a racetrack. It's a racing incident.
I agree.
Meanwhile, 3 minutes remaining in qualifying. Hades has managed to move himself into first. I think that's our first qualifying he has had first in this evening. Looking like he's probably going to have a great showing in GP this time. 129.4. I believe that puts Voss 0.8 seconds back off of him. Smacks back to 1.6 seconds. And Bear has at this point moved down to 1.8 seconds, putting him in fourth. Kegel back in fifth, 3 3/4 seconds off. Key 3.8 seconds off in sixth. Richard just under 5 seconds. And now moved down to eighth as Jay, oh my! Jay moves in 4.1 seconds, with then Richard putting down a 3.1 second time, getting himself into fifth. All right, everybody's just going to move times down. Keep me on my toes.
Yeah. Don't even try to report on it. You're
Yeah.
not allowed to.
Clearly, it's
Golden
just
Smacks had a pretty rough crash. Yeah.
That was not good.
Hades with the crash there. That was a pretty good tumble as well, actually.
Yeah, that's what happens when you're carrying that much speed. At some point, things are going to go sideways. So 1.5 minutes remaining in qualifying. And it's shaping up our entire field already. Not even 5 seconds between them. Actually, barely even 4 seconds between them. Once again, the entire field able to get it together. As always, these races come down to, okay, who can consistently manage to stay in there, not wreck, and turn those times down. Because everybody's capable of the race-winning times in this group.
I mean, times have spread out a little bit, but they're still tight. I mean, 4.1, that's nothing to 3.8 now.
Yep, it's definitely one of those things where it's just, you know, you can't be surprised after seeing it in the other classes tonight. This is what these guys do. They come out very tight these days.
Yeah, I mean, they're making it to where we can't even really commentate on what's going on. They're just mixing this leaderboard
so fast.
quickly.
Yeah.
It's good, and I love it.
And bit of bumpy. And race direction telling Hades, careful there, bud. You want to watch out there. He is in fact qualifying. Jay, a little bit of a bump draft there.
Yeah.
Jay he's actually having a good GP qualifying though. He's at 2.8 seconds off the lead, putting him in 5th.
That's strong.
Yeah, that's second row for him. Smacks continuing to hang on to 3rd.
I'd be willing to bet that Jay's done some GP practice.
Yeah, it looks like it. Ooh, you can see his tail sliding around a little bit there. Popping a wheelie, coming in to set his final lap. Didn't manage to move his time down. But he's definitely looking like he's got a lot more confidence in here than he did in Moto 3 or Moto 2.
Makes sense to me.
Yep, good to see. You see Bear running one of our other Ducatis here tonight. You can see there running in 4th, coming into the final lap of qualifying. And that's going to leave him in 4th. Yep.
Yeah, he's not going to say anything better there, but hey.
It's a solid 4th place, and that'll put him on the 2nd row. So there you go. Hades going to be taking your pole with Boss just behind him, and Smacks not far behind either. Bear finding himself on the 2nd row with Jay and Richard, and Kegel back on the back row with Key. Kegel definitely having a rough time in GP tonight.
Yeah, I mean, both Kegel and Keith, they're usually a little stronger than this, so it's interesting to see. Now, they're going to have to watch out for Golden Smacks. Running that Yamaha, careful of that brake zone. That's all I'm saying.
Yep. He may very well check your brakes for you. As we wait for everybody to do final setup for our final race of the evening, this is going to be GP at Chang on the Xbox. Thanks for joining us, folks. Appreciate you watching.
Oh, absolutely. What's worth a pretty good laugh is, in my preview here, Key is still running qualifying.
Yeah. Yeah? You think he's got a little bit of a delay there on his stream?
I thought we had a delay. That man really has a delay.
Yeah. He's still got a quarter of a lap to finish on our stream there. Whoops.
Well, I just know what I won't be referencing during the race.
Yeah, unfortunately, that won't be too much use. It's just one of those nights when half the streams are just lagged and lagged and lagged.
Yeah, I wonder if it's got something to do with the weather event, or, because we are pulling streams in from, at this point, all over.
Yeah. Yeah, it might be causing some issues there. Alrighty. Looks like everyone is ready and finished their setups. We are just about to start our last race of the evening. Here we go, folks. And that's the beginning for GP at Chang. Oh! Nick J having it off immediately, taking... I didn't see who went down with him.
Blue bike.
Is that Hades? Did he get caught up in that?
No, I think it's Richard.
Wow.
No, it was Voss.
Yeah, okay. Okay, that's who it was. All right. That was a rough start. And Voss being thrown back leaves us looking. Oh! As we take a moment to look at Kegel there in 3rd. tosses it in turn 5. And
It
Key
is
is
that,
oh man, Key and Boss have an impact right in front of Cagle. That puts Cagle into
Richard
third.
goes down as well.
Oh, a lot of carnage on this first lap, and it has left Bear out front with Smacks just behind him.
I'm not sure we got to see it on the actual stream here, but in my previews, who was that? That was Hades. Had one of the most violent crashes I've seen in this game yet.
Yeah.
The bike helicopter. I mean, there's no other way to put that.
That was a couple of rough wrecks. And now Hades fighting with Key for 5th. You can see here up front, Smacks right on top of Bear, looking for first.
I mean, we had pretty clean, good racing up until this point, really. This is the crash fest.
Yep, couple of rough wrecks there. I'll try to keep an eye on that battle up front, but here's where you're going to see a lot of the action.
Well, I got bad news.
Oh, and that is it.
You saw it too. Oh!
That'll
Everybody
send
is
you out.
crashing.
Wow, lots of rough wrecks.
Gentlemen, what is going
Shard
on?
having it off.
Shard's going off again. Oof.
We're only on the second lap, and everybody's just beating themselves up.
Has anybody managed to stay up? I think Golden Smacks has stayed up.
Oh, man. Did Bear have it off? I guess he did. Cagle managed to stay up as well to take advantage of it.
I think Golden Smacks is the only one that stayed up.
Yep, looks like he's in first now. You can see here our classic fight between Cagle and Bear. Bear taking advantage of that faster Ducati in the straight, but through the turn.
It's not a Yamaha, it'll be okay.
Yep, Cagle managing to stay up under him. Forcing Bear along that line he didn't necessarily want. Oh, and Jay having it off there.
It happens. So while we're at a slower moment in the race, well, this is not a slower moment. Jeez.
Yeah. This ain't done. You've got Cagle and Bear at it. This is one of our classic matchups we get over and over again. They never make it easy on each other.
We were gonna have. No, they're really not. But the reason I keep picking on the Yamaha, I don't know if you heard what actually happened last week. Brembo came out and advised the Yamaha team that their current brake setup would not work, essentially. They said you need to switch to this other setup. I can't remember if it was pad, rotor, whatever it was.
Yeah.
Yamaha completely ignored that.
Oh, boy. And you cut out. What was
I'm
it?
getting told in my ear. Yamaha, it wasn't just Yamaha that got the email. Brembo told everybody, this isn't going to work. Yamaha's the only one that did not make the product change. Consequently, apparently when you get these pads that they were running to about 1,000 degrees centigrade, which is ludicrous to think about.
Yeah.
No warnings, no whatever. They hit you and you're done.
Wow.
And that is what happened.
Okay. That would make sense. So here you see Bear and Cagle still at it. Ooh, Cagle having that trouble in 5. Oh no! Bear loses it in 6, and Hades is just right on his tail. Bam! Blows past him.
I lost all the streams for that moment.
Wow, and Cagle loses it too. I guess he wanted to be back with his friend Bear. That puts them back near each other. But that leaves Smacks up front with Hades chasing him down and Voss hot on his tail. Oh, that was unfortunate there. Wow.
Oh!
Yeah, Bear just having trouble putting it back together. Just having a rough time there.
You can get frazzled from that, you know?
Yep.
That's definitely a hard... Wow. That's 3.
Ooh, yep. Yeah, it's once that rhythm is thrown off, it is really hard to get it back. And that can end the race
one
for
of the
you.
roughest GP races for our Xbox guys.
Yep, it certainly has. You can see here, Smacks out front has managed to hang on to it, has had a hell of a race. I suspect somebody spent a lot of time practicing GP this week.
Well, I think this might be the old, the old deal of consistency.
Yep.
You know, if you don't crash and everybody else does, you're gonna win.
You are, yep. If you're the man that stays up, it gets you there. And I mean, he was third in qualifying. He's been solid qualifying all night. So to see him finally put together some consistent laps in GP, that's not a bad way to end up your night if he can hang on to it. You can see there, though, we need the Jaws theme playing because in comes Hades. He is catching up. Smacks is going to have to be on the ball to get away from him.
Does Hades from Hercules have a theme song? Because we gotta keep this lighthearted.
Oh no! Smacks goes down after having such a and oh no, man, getting back onto the line takes out Hades.
Oh man!
Oh wow!
But that puts Voss back in first.
Yes, it does. And I believe Race Direction is telling Smacks to hand Hades the position. Probably a good call there with how he tried. Yeah, he tried to come back onto the line at the wrong moment there. He should let Hades have that one. There goes Kegel in the background. And I believe that'll give Voss a chance to get into fourth and maybe chase down a podium. Or excuse me, not Voss, Bear.
This race went from a bit of a slaughter to kind of interesting here in the second half.
Yeah, Smacks is still... Oh, no! Oh, man, he must have tires running hot or something like that, because that's the second time he's had basically that same wreck happen.
Yeah, I don't have a stream from him, unfortunately, so I can't verify.
I don't either, but my guess would be that looked like somebody's tires just running way too hot.
I wonder if he's out of tread or if, who is that we're looking at on Tony's stream? Hades is dangerously low on tire. He is almost out of front tire.
Yeah, he has been aggressively chasing the pack down. Meanwhile, Smacks is going to try to get back what he lost.
Very interesting.
Yep. He's got to make that front tire last 2 more laps, and he's got Voss all over him. You can see there. Or excuse me, he's trying to chase Voss down. Sorry.
I mean, I've got to be honest. I don't think Hades has enough tire to
finish
this race.
It's going to be hard to keep up with Voss's pace. You can see here, Voss for tire management is looking, like he's keeping his temperatures fine. He's dictating a good pace on them.
Front's a little warm, but really nothing to talk about.
Yeah, but with how often we have Hades decide to preserve tires most of the race, then come in at the last second, he's not doing that this time. I don't know how much he's going to have.
I don't think he can afford to do it this time. I mean,
No, it
our
really
racers
doesn't.
are not letting it off easy.
Yeah, it does seem like his only choice is going to be to manage it, hang on to second, and maybe just have to settle for that. I don't think he's got many options.
I genuinely don't think he does either. Yeah, race direction, Tony. Keep it on Hades for me, if you would, please.
So you can see here Voss's stream was a little bit behind what was actually going on. Voss still out front here on the penultimate lap. Doing his best to hang on. And seeming to have some pretty good success with it. We'll see if he can keep it up. As we were seeing, Hades just pushing way too hard into that front, and that front is just about done.
It's gone. I don't see any rear anymore, or any red anymore.
Yeah, there is no red, and there is no
Nick
meat
J
left
with
on
a
his
crash.
front.
Looks like Richard with a crash as well.
Oh, man. Unfortunate. They were both doing well.
Yeah, in qualifying, they were looking strong.
Yep, and it's going to leave Smacks is now 10.5 seconds back. Somehow Hayes, despite the fact that he pretty much is riding on the rim on the front, he's still trying to catch up.
I mean, are you seeing the sparks? Because I
Yeah,
think
I know.
you're seeing the sparks at this point.
He's that squid that comes in with just steel showing and says, no, I'm pretty sure it had a couple thousand more miles. I figured it was time to replace it.
I mean, I think it's to the point where the game has stopped recording temperature
Yeah.
on the chart
It's just
because he's
not
out
even
of the trend.
bothering, yeah. Oh, he is starting to fall back there. You can see his boss
I mean,
is
I
pushing
think it's
in
the
the final
smart
bit
thing to
here. Do what?
I think it's the smart thing to do because
Yeah.
if he gets second, fine, he gets second. But if he crashes, he runs the risk of being knocked off the podium, depending on how
Yep.
bad it is. We saw with Bear, once you get in this rhythm of crashing, it can just keep happening over and over.
And there goes Hades.
Oh!
Has himself
Speaking
a
of
wreck.
it,
Yep, and he was pushing it. I believe that was in 11. Has it off, but he's got 16 seconds to work with. Brings it across the
wheeling
line.
across.
Clearly wheeling in order to get off of that non-existent front tire. And Smacks bringing in a third. Bear, trying at the last second to catch him. And just shooting out of 12. Good effort by Bear. Just couldn't make third place happen. Cagle stuck with Bear the entire race. That is gonna be about it. Oh, almost. Almost Jay managing to pass Key into 6th there. Just finds himself in 7th. So that'll be your last race of the evening. Voss taking 1st. Hades just that last couple of laps, that front tire was gone and he had nothing left. Smacks.
That was, yeah.
Yeah, Smacks had a solid race, hanging on to first for what was it, about 4 or 5 laps. Then just hadn't off, unfortunately, and those two hungry dogs behind him just chasing him down. Took 1st and 2nd, but he managed to hang on to 3rd. Bear could never quite put it together and catch 3rd. He tried there on that last corner. And you can see his lap time was only an 1/8 of a second off of Smacks, but just the lack of consistency and the number of wrecks he had wound up costing him. Ditto for Cagle. Jay came very close. Actually did manage, at the last second to take 6th away from Key. Not too bad. And that leaves Richard back in 8th, having an unfortunately bad time after a good start there. So
Might have been penalties that took him down.
Yeah, it probably was. Now that I think about it. So that'll be it for the evening, folks. That's your last race here at Chang on the Xbox. Thank you, racers, for a great evening of racing. Thank you, audience, for watching. We will definitely be back next week. I think we're still Monday and Tuesday, right?
For next week, that is correct.
Alrighty, so, and I believe that's how I think that's the plan for the rest of this season, and then we'll probably next season, we might change days. We'll see about that.
Yeah, we'll have to consult racers and consult race direction and really just see what works for everyone.
Yep. So again, thanks you folks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the show this evening. Sorry, we had a few little technical details. We'll try to get it all worked out a little bit better by next time, and we appreciate you. Have a nice evening.